However, only one woman emerged from the whirlpool. This person is Master Jiang from the Jiang family, Jiang. He looked down at Everstone Chen and said lightly, "You really surprised us." Everstone Chen replied quietly, "Thank you for the compliment. It seems that you are here alone with such a big presence. It looks like some people in the celestial realm have seen through me as well." Jiang nodded slowly and said, "Yes, so you don't need to be so vigilant and hold back. I want to have a calm chat with you. It's truly impressive how the lower realm has such talented individuals. Besides Zephyr Cloud, you are the second person who has kept us celestial realm's prodigies on edge. As I stepped out of the portal, I originally intended to take you out first, and then bring destruction to the 9 provinces. However, after seeing you, I changed my mind. I have decided to take you in as a disciple of my Jiang family, granting you the position of an inner disciple. I will provide you with many conveniences. For example, the 9 provinces will be yours in the future. We will not attack the 9 provinces again. In addition, we will reopen the ascension passage of the 9 provinces to help you, a cultivator of the 9 provinces, become stronger. Now you just need to agree." However, Everstone Chen raised a middle finger and said, "Don't feed me empty promises. Do you think I'm stupid? I can see your hostility towards me. If you want war, let's have war. I won't fall for this." She didn't fall for Everstone Chen. It's a pity that Jiang just smiled softly. Everstone Chen believed that arrogance comes with a price. Do you know that the difference between the celestial realm and the lower realm lies in the stars and dust? In the lower realm, no matter how strong one is, they still depend on the realm and domain. Once the realm and domain dissipate, the people in the lower realm will perish as well. With a loud rumble, countless meteorites fell down, pockmarking the earth in an instant. And Everstone Chen furrowed his brow as well. The crazy woman actually wants to destroy 9 provinces. Celestial being is too much of a camper, hiding in the celestial realm for long-range attacks. Everstone Chen is also helpless. Just now, another batch of fireballs fell on the ground. 9 provinces is like a purgatory, with the desperate cries of the people everywhere. And at this moment, the border of Cloud Prefecture. People were surprised to find that the meteor fireball did not attack Cloud Prefecture, so everyone hurried towards Cloud Prefecture. Because staying by the side of the Master of Prefecture is the safest option, while on the other side, Everstone Chen also received a system alert. Please host to address the immediate threat from beyond the domain. Otherwise, the foundation of the Invincible Domain will also be damaged. Everstone Chen slowly raised his head and looked towards the realm outside. Are these celestial beings quite formidable? He cannot contain them without finding the source of the attacks. Although there is no major issue within the Invincible Domain, it is still a big trouble. Silvara Jiang walked up at this time and said, "Husband, if it's not possible, let's take everyone to hide in the mustard seed world. Survival is the most important. We can plan the rest later." Jiang sneered at Everstone Chen. "We gave you a choice, but you chose to narrow your own path." At that moment, Jiang suddenly realized that Silvara Jiang was a prodigy of the Jiang family. He hadn't expected her to be lurking beside Everstone Chen. With this revelation, things became much easier to handle. Thinking of this, Jiang felt even more relieved. He continued to taunt. "Now, not only will you die, but the entire 9 provinces will also cease to exist. I know you are almost invincible in the lower realm, but if you want to challenge the heavens, you are still too immature." As Jiang's words fell, Everstone Chen immediately disappeared without a trace. When he reappeared, his palm was already pressing down on Jiang's head. With a loud bang, Everstone Chen struck Jiang with a palm, causing him to spit out blood. Although Jiang was captured, he remained defiant. Everstone Chen now has all the celestial treasures of the celestial being aimed at 9 provinces. Its fall is inevitable. No matter how powerful you are, you can't save everyone. Everstone Chen wants to extract more information about the celestial realm celestial being from Ningranjiang, but Ningranjiang refuses to cooperate. Do you think I will descend in person like that stupid pig-killing sky? Do you want to kill me? I have prepared a big gift for you. Ningranjiang's body is starting to decompose. After a dazzling light, Ningranjiang has disappeared without a trace. At the same time, the gates to the upper realm are wide open, and a sinister laughter is heard. Everstone Chen family Jiang arrogantly said, I'm taking away this genius, and thank you for your 9 provinces cauldron. Everstone Chen suddenly wakes up. He turns to look at Silvara Jiang, but Silvara Jiang's body is starting to dissipate, much to Silvara Jiang's horror. Why are so many unfamiliar memories flooding into my mind? Someone is calling out to me. It seems like I don't belong in this world, but I don't want to go back at all. Silvara Jiang looks at Everstone Chen, tears flowing incessantly. After she softly calls out, Husband, even with 1,000 reluctances, she still dissipates into the heavens and the earth. Everstone Chen really messed up this time. The 9 provinces realm and domain are on the verge of collapse. His own wife was also forcefully taken away by the celestial being, only leaving behind a shiny little trinket Everstone Chen picked up. He was immersed in endless regret, while Bella Linger looked very anxious. Sherfu, is your 9 provinces cauldron on her? Then wouldn't it disappear with her now? The celestial realm will soon get the 9 provinces cauldron. Everstone Chen's eyes revealed a hint of killing intent. The matter is not over yet. At the same time, celestial realm Xian Wu celestial realm. Ningranjiang looked serious. I didn't expect Everstone Chen to be so powerful. No wonder my realm suffered the loss of so many talented individuals. She finished speaking and pushed open the large doors. Although Everstone Chen emerged from 9 provinces, the outcome is already decided and not to be feared. And at this moment in the Tianjiao Great Hall, a group of celestial beings are attacking 9 provinces realm and domain wildly. Look, I shattered that mountain. You're not capable. I have already wiped out several cities. These insane celestial beings have started a killing competition. Just as Ningranjiang came forward, a discordant voice sounded. Master of Family Jiang must be feeling quite embarrassed. The speaker was Sacred Martial Immortal Sovereign. He calmly said, I have always said that the ants of the lower realm are not worth recruiting. It's more convenient to just kill them. Ningranjiang coldly snorted. A group of high-level members from the Xian Wu celestial realm, including several celestial sovereigns, are using their divine artifacts to suppress a small lower realm. In the end, are you all afraid of Everstone Chen? The celestial beings all sneered in disdain after hearing this. Are we afraid of him? It's laughable. He only dares to hide in the lower realm. If he dares to come up, I will make him regret it. The sacred martial immortal sovereign is also somewhat displeased. Everstone Chen stole the supreme treasure of this sovereign, deserving death. If he had not fallen due to the destruction of the 9 provinces, this sovereign would descend to the mortal realm and crush him to dust. I can see clearly that Everstone Chen modified the 9-fold cosmic laws, which has greatly benefited us. We can go down to the mortal realm anytime to humiliate him. But speaking of which, how should we handle Family Jiang's prodigy and the 9 provinces cauldron? That woman not only betrayed us, but also married Everstone Chen. Master of Family Jiang, are you going to just sit idly by as she brings shame to Xian Wu celestial realm? Upon hearing this, Ningranjiang furrowed his brow slightly. This matter has already been reported to Silvara Jiang of the Mystic Secrets Pavilion. She reincarnated in the lower realm and caused a revelation, leading to the failure of the plan to seize the 9 provinces. Naturally, she will be punished. After she wakes up, her soul will be punished by the heavenly thunder, striking her soul's original body 1,000 times. Whether she lives or dies will depend on her fate. At the same time, in a secluded place of the Jiang family, a beautiful woman is sitting cross-legged. A maid used a secret technique to slowly retrieve the 9 provinces cauldron from his body, and then respectfully presented it to Ningranjiang. Ni Granjiang asked if she had woken up. The maid shook her head and explained that she was forcibly called back without her full soul. Her divine spirit was severely damaged, and she might not wake up for a while. At this moment, the sacred martial immortal sovereign softly spoke. Master of Family Jiang, you've had enough fun. Why not just destroy the 9 provinces cauldron now? Ni Granjiang directly refused, saying, Destroy your head. I have already obtained the 9 provinces cauldron. I can fully absorb the energy of the 9 provinces realm and domain to nourish the descendants of my family Jiang, until the 9 provinces realm and domain completely wither. For Everstone Chen from the lower realm, wouldn't this be a form of torment too? While Ni Granjiang was speaking, he suddenly noticed a slight spiritual energy fluctuation inside the 9 provinces cauldron. Ni Granjiang's face slightly twitched. There is something inside this cauldron. As soon as her words fell, with a bang, the 9 provinces cauldron suddenly exploded. A celestial being was blown a little embarrassed. He cursed angrily. Master of Family Jiang, what are you doing? Just then, a hand reached out and pressed against his forehead. The celestial being was exploded by someone before he could even understand what was happening. At this moment, all celestial beings were shocked. They scolded angrily. Then, they all began to attack the mist using divine artifacts. But the person had already flown to the mystic light mirror, and with a loud bang, the mystic light mirror was shattered by a huge beam of light. The sacred martial immortal sovereign exclaimed in anger, You? How dare you turn my heavenly pride hall into such a mess? However, in the midst of the mist, a majestic figure appeared. Turtle grandsons, what are you up to? Play with me as well. Ni Granjiang was shocked to hear this voice. Are you Everstone Chen? The oppressive aura. You are actually the celestial emperor. Heaven did not give birth to me, Everstone Chen, the 9 provinces eternal like a long night. After he exchanged 100 million domain value for a celestial emperor avatar, Everstone Chen has become completely invincible. I will definitely repay all of your actions in 9 provinces. An upper realm celestial being is dumbfounded at this moment. Is this his true strength? Is Everstone Chen's wild smile very rare? Just a mere celestial emperor. As long as I want, even if it's the master of celestial realm, I can do whatever I want. The celestial being couldn't bear the humiliation and angrily rebuked. Shut up! You are just a fool from the lower realm, not worthy to mention the name of master of domain. Everyone in the celestial family, don't panic. With so many strong individuals among us, should we be afraid of him? As soon as this celestial being's words fell, Everstone Chen flashed to his front and grabbed his throat. You better not be afraid. I ask you, what does the lower realm mean to you? Think carefully before answering. Answer incorrectly, and I will destroy this celestial realm. This celestial being is also honest, even though he is trembling in fear. He truthfully informs us that the 9 provinces and other realms and domains are the source of our advancing energy, just like livestock. If they resist, they will be severely suppressed and then slaughtered. Upon hearing this, Everstone Chen nodded and replied, Well said. Don't answer next time. He then kicked the head of this celestial being. And then Everstone Chen looked coldly at the other celestial beings. I am really curious. Where does your sense of superiority come from? The palace here is not as big as the Ascended Mountain. The fruits of the celestial tree are also useless, otherwise your people wouldn't come to me to ask for fruits. A group of seemingly lofty celestial beings actually live in such a place, believing themselves to be the best in the world. In reality, they are nothing but hot air. Don't believe me? You all are itching to take me down now, but because I am 1 stage higher than you, you dare not lay a hand on me. What a bunch of rubbish. Let them perish together with the celestial realm. I can't bear it anymore. This celestial being roared with anger. He waved the celestial aura and attacked Everstone Chen, who just lightly dodged. He then caught his wrist. He exerted a little force, and the celestial being screamed in pain. At this moment, his meridians were all broken. He was lying on the ground unconscious. The rest of the celestial beings also roared as they charged towards Everstone Chen. Everstone Chen caught the celestial being's dog-beating stick. And then, he suddenly swung it. The celestial being spat out blood. Just a few seconds. The ground was filled with the bodies of celestial beings. Everstone Chen also harvested a large wave of domain value as a result. Looking at the devil like Everstone Chen, the remaining celestial being walked over. They knew Everstone Chen wouldn't let them off, so they quickly communicated with each other to go and fetch the patriarch to this place, in order to stall for time until the patriarch arrived. Some celestial beings actually set their sights on Silvara Jiang. Charge! As long as they capture Silvara Jiang, Everstone Chen is doomed for sure. However, before they could approach Silvara Jiang, beams of golden light pierced through their bodies like sharp swords. I thought you guys might have some courage to come challenge me in a decisive battle. I didn't expect trash to be just trash, only capable of thinking of despicable methods. Ningran Jiang looked at the gradually dissolving celestial beings. Sweat beads popped out on her forehead as she inwardly cursed. A group of fools! You blatantly target Silvara, of course, you will be killed by Everstone Chen. Fortunately, Family Jiang has the skills and technique to firmly control Silvara Jiang's divine soul in my hands. In a critical moment, it can be used to threaten Everstone Chen. Ningran Jiang had just made up her mind when Everstone Chen suddenly grabbed her by the throat. Master of Family Jiang, is this your true self this time? This is the most satisfying scene I have ever seen. Everstone Chen dismantled the Xianwu realm and domain. Just now, Everstone Chen transformed into a demon and caught Ningran Jiang. He threatened me that I know Silvara is the pride of your family Jiang. You must have a way to control her. So, from this moment on, if Silvara is harmed in the least, I will return it 100-fold to you, Master of Family Jiang. You must protect Silvara. After Everstone Chen finished speaking, a loud thunder echoed from the distant sky. Sacred Martial Immortal Sovereign bathed in the thunder tribulation and shouted with all his might. Everstone Chen, you have gone too far. I will make you pay for it. The celestial beings were overjoyed to see the situation. Sacred Martial Immortal Sovereign was forcefully crossing the thunder tribulation. As long as he breaks through to the Celestial Emperor stage, he stands a chance to defeat Everstone Chen. After all, he has a killer move that even the Celestial Emperors have to retreat when used at its peak. And Sacred Martial Immortal Sovereign did not disappoint everyone, successfully entering the Celestial Emperor stage. Just saw the Sacred Martial Immortal Sovereign eagerly summoning the Sacred Martial Celestial Sword. With a cold snort, he vowed to settle the score with Everstone Chen for stealing the sword today. I will make you regret coming into this world, Sacred Martial Immortal Sovereign said with a fierce expression. He controlled the huge celestial sword and suddenly stabbed it towards Everstone Chen, who was not afraid at all. He stood tall and majestic, seemingly intending to use his body to resist this sharp sword. With a thunderous roar, living up to the title of Sacred Martial Immortal Sovereign, the strongest attack of the celestial sword pierced through realm after realm, its power undiminished in the slightest. Some celestial beings, fearing the repercussions, hurriedly fled as not to get caught in the chaos. At this moment, inside the staring hall, a celestial being stumbled into the patriarch. Not good. People from the lower realm of the 9 provinces are coming to attack. A celestial emperor asked in confusion. Is it the 9 provinces that sent a message some time ago? After receiving a positive answer, he expressed slight dissatisfaction. First, it was Zephyr Cloud, and now this. These weeds should be removed as soon as possible. Another celestial emperor agreed. That's right. From what I see, this person holds deep resentment. We should mobilize everyone to kill him as soon as possible. The bald celestial emperor spoke lightly. Don't make a fuss. The Sacred Martial Immortal Sovereign in the Tianju Palace will surely be killed sooner or later. The second elder shook his head. I sense that many celestial sovereigns have fallen. This person named Everstone Chen is from the lower realm 9 provinces. He must have found a loophole to enter the celestial realm to seek revenge. The fifth elder slowly spoke. Do we fight fire with fire? If the Tianju Palace is damaged, we will no longer be able to seize the realm and domain of the lower realm. If we continue to let Everstone Chen cause trouble, it may end up like the 9 provinces with widespread suffering. Boss, we have no choice but to engage in this battle. The Grand Elder slowly opened his eyes, revealing crimson-red pupils. We all know that the war has begun since the moment he ascended. Although he is just one person, the Everstone Chen and the Celestial Realm celestial being have completely broken ties, reaching a point of no return. Just now, the 2 elders issued a kill order. All high-ranking celestial beings of the Xian-Wu Celestial Realm must immediately gather at the Tianjiao Hall to hunt down the invader Everstone Chen. This person is cunning and vicious, having slaughtered thousands of our Tianji residents, and is intent on destroying our celestial realm. To protect our celestial realm, a decree has been issued for all high-ranking celestial beings of the celestial realm. Hunt down Everstone Chen, the beheader. I will take in his disciples, and reward them with the celestial rank spiritual herb, nurturing them to become emperors with all my efforts. After this order was issued, residents of the celestial realm hurried towards the heavenly arrogance palace, fearing to miss this epic-making battle. The first celestial being to appear in the heavenly arrogance palace was the battle maniac, Manhwa Celestial Sovereign. As the supreme commander of the Royal High Guard, it is said that he has never been defeated in cultivation to this day. He himself talks big, saying that he is looking forward to slaying such cunning and evil characters. How much merit can be counted for this? In addition, Family Mo's celestial being has also arrived. Family Mo is adept at using the celestial aura mechanism to either kill or injure their opponents. Their strength should not be underestimated. In addition, even the Yogwai race has joined in. Several ninefold heaven phoenixes, and the 9 trails killing star have made a dazzling appearance. The Tang family and the Gu family have also sent out experts. Even those reclusive powerhouses have come out at this moment. A golden scroll is floating in the sky, and a plain-looking celestial being has arrived. He is holding a gigantic immortal brush, writing and drawing on the golden scroll. The residents of the celestial realm are greatly surprised. The longevity celestial sovereign has also arrived. Of course, he is originally a celestial being from the Xian-Wu celestial realm specialized in recording history. As long as there are changes in the Xian-Wu celestial realm, he will faithfully record them. It is considered an honor for that lower realm kid to be included in our Xian-Wu historical records. While the residents of the celestial realm are discussing this, the longevity celestial sovereign took a few bounces and arrived at the end of the golden scroll. With a flick of his brush, he began to write. In the year 250 of the Xian-Wu calendar, the bandits from the 9 provinces invaded the celestial realm of Xian-Wu and caused chaos. Lao became furious and gathered all his forces to attack the bandits. The celestial family almost emptied their treasury to send troops, but there was an exception. In this great battle, the Jiang family withdrew. The Jiang family truly lacks foresight. They even gave up such a historic opportunity. After this incident, the Jiang family is destined to decline. As for me, longevity, it is different. I have been recording the legendary deeds of the celestial realm throughout my life, often receiving honors. This great battle is no exception. It was indeed the Jiang family who inexplicably withdrew and allowed themselves to be infected with a disease of retreat from a sure victory. The Jiang family is truly foolish. Warriors, this is a great opportunity to make history. You must seize it well. With a wave of the longevity celestial sovereign's hand, the celestial soldiers also angrily voiced out in unison. The pre-war atmosphere of passion was ignited at this moment. Longevity shouted, "Next, let's stand here together. Let's witness together Xian-Wu's most glorious moment in history." Everstone Chen has fought this battle fiercely, and the domain value has skyrocketed to over 100 billion. Just now, with a round of brainwashing poison chicken soup by longevity celestial sovereign, warships all sailed into the temple of the proud heavens one after another. Everstone Chen was now surrounded by the war generals. But he remained calm, as all the high-ranking celestial beings from the celestial realm were already gathered. With a wave of Everstone Chen's dog-beating stick, countless domain values were effortlessly collected into his pocket. Some people cursed angrily. "Damn it! Everstone Chen, you have no sportsmanship. Labor didn't even set up their formation properly, and you attacked. Faced with such a greeting." Everstone Chen also raised a middle finger. Newmanhwa Celestial Sovereign roared in anger and swung 2 axes. Everstone Chen dodged quickly, pretending to be defeated. This made all the celestial beings present excited, chasing after Everstone Chen one after another. And the Longevity Celestial Sovereign quickly recorded the scene of Everstone Chen fleeing in a sorry state. The 9 provinces scoundrel was chased away like a dog, looking extremely ridiculous. The big shots in the celestial realm just hummed lightly. The passage between the upper and lower realms has been closed. No matter how arrogant he is, he cannot escape. Indeed, this is just the struggle of ants before their death. We don't need to take such low-level provocations to heart. Obviously, everyone thinks Everstone Chen is doomed. With a loud explosion, everyone was dumbfounded. Our celestial aura technique storage warehouse was actually blown up. It must be Everstone Chen, that rogue, using diversion tactics. He took the opportunity when all the high-ranking celestial beings gathered at the Tianjiu Hall, and then he went to the unguarded storage warehouse. This kid's intentions go beyond just this. He even wants to destroy the lifeblood of the celestial realm. The thought of this made the big shots in the celestial realm break out in a cold sweat. He immediately transmitted a message. "Everyone, disperse and act now. Go to the Great Immortal Vault and kill Everstone Chen in the vicinity." But it's too late. Everstone Chen has already bombed several immortals' vaults. Countless celestial auras, celestial herbs, and techniques have been destroyed in the flames of war. Longevity Celestial Sovereign, filled with anger and sorrow, wrote down the names of the 9 provinces' traitors. These villains are cunning and sly, taking advantage of this opportunity to destroy the immortals' vaults and ruin our xianxia heritage. Fortunately, the wise and valiant elders changed their strategy in time and ordered people to lay ambushes around the immortals' vaults. The royal guards led by Zhonghua Celestial Sovereign have surrounded them. The cultivation levels of the royal guards are all above Celestial Lord, with strength comparable to Celestial Emperor 9 provinces. The traitorous thief Longevity Celestial Sovereign will have no way to retreat. However, the next moment, he was dumbfounded. Everstone Chen unexpectedly mistakenly killed an unarmed girl. What exactly happened? Just now, Everstone Chen was surrounded by the guards led by Newmanhwa Immortal Sovereign. Only to see Everstone Chen take a deep breath and gather celestial aura at the tip of his left finger. Then he suddenly swung, and the enhanced version of Solar Finger swept through like a laser, cutting the guards in half one after another. Everstone Chen also harvested a wave of domain value. And below, a brother is leading his sister running around on the battlefield. Although the scattered bodies of the Forbidden Army have made them fearful, they are still very excited. The fighting is too intense. Let's go over there and take a look. But just as they were running forward, a Forbidden Army corpse hit the sister squarely. And up in the sky, Longevity Celestial Sovereign was dumbfounded. How could this be possible? The Royal Guard army was completely wiped out with just one showdown. His 2 handsome disciples behind him also tremblingly asked, "Master, should we record this down?" Longevity Celestial Sovereign, although a member of the xianxia Celestial Realm, can be considered relatively upright. He immediately picked up the immortal pen and told me to remember that no matter what happens, I must truthfully record it because it is our duty. Although knowing that this is a disgrace to the xianxia Celestial Realm, the Longevity Celestial Sovereign still wrote it down with gritted teeth. The royal guards are facing off against the thieves. After being completely wiped out, write this down. Longevity Celestial Sovereign is full of anger. Without the royal guards, along with the other major clans and members of the Yogui race, I refuse to believe that they cannot kill a single thief. Family Mo's battleships are firing in unison. Bullets rain down on Everstone Chen. At the same time, the nine-tailed fox of the Yogwai race quietly circled behind Everstone Chen, preparing to deliver a fatal blow. With a deafening roar, a massive explosion occurred in this location, as flames shot into the sky. The longevity celestial sovereign joyfully noted down the events of the Xianwu's 250th year under the coordination of the nine-tailed fox and the artillery shells. Under the joint siege of the Mo family and the Yogwai race, the nine provinces scoundrel was completely defeated. In this battle, the Xianwu celestial realm achieved a complete victory. However, before the longevity celestial sovereign could even be happy for a second, a stick shot straight into the sky. The stick then suddenly spun around, destroying all of the Mo family warships. The stick's power was so strong that it slammed directly into a continent. But unexpectedly, the continent also exploded. The system reminded it this time. The host has acquired too much domain value, and is currently being calculated. Please wait a moment. Everstone Chen's strike alone killed at least tens of thousands of celestial beings. Longevity Celestial Sovereign could not laugh at all. He was so shocked that the pen in his hand dropped. While Everstone Chen slowly landed below, a young man not far away glared at Everstone Chen angrily. "You intruder, murderer!" Everstone Chen was confused. How could there be children here? In fact, these children were just a brother and sister who had come to watch the commotion. After the sister was hit and killed by the Imperial Guard's body, the brother blamed everything on Everstone Chen. Will Everstone Chen save his sister? Take a break first, and subscribe to the channel, everyone. Alright, let's continue. Everstone Chen finally encountered an opponent. He was besieged by 5 celestial emperors. Just as Everstone Chen was about to kill ruthlessly, 5 terrifying auras swept over. Everstone Chen furrowed his brow. You old folks finally decided to show up. Following that, Everstone Chen disappeared in a flash at the original spot. Because the next second, this place was attacked by a joint strike from the celestial emperors. The 5 celestial emperors are high above. They intercepted Everstone Chen's path. Everstone Chen, you trampled the celestial realm and massacred the celestial family. Your crimes are heinous and deserve 1,000 deaths by hanging. However, it is not enough to calm the full anger in my heart. The longevity celestial sovereign saw a reversal in this situation and was extremely pleased. How can his mere courage shake heaven and earth? I will record this historic scene. Commoners from the celestial realm meet the 5 elders in person. Everyone is also extremely excited. Elder, please kill Everstone Chen quickly. And the 5 elders in the sky are also gearing up. 9 provinces people, you are the first person in tens of thousands of years who has forced us to take action. I advise you to think carefully now about what kind of death you want. Everstone Chen used the dog-beating stick to scratch his back lightly and said, So much nonsense. If you want to make a move, do it quickly. I still have things to do. Upon hearing this, Snake Demoness became very excited. If you are so eager to die, I will fulfill your wish. Immediately, a thunderous roar long rushed towards Everstone Chen. The people were all frightened by this terrifying pressure, trembling in fear because she was too powerful. Just a breath from her could tear a person apart. Everstone Chen also did not dare to take it lightly, quickly adjusting celestial power to rapidly restore to full combat strength. And then Everstone Chen rushed towards her. Its speed made the Snake Demoness couldn't help but praise. However, Everstone Chen feinted a shot at Thunder Long. The next second, he appeared in front of the 5 celestial emperors astonishingly. The celestial emperors were shocked to find out that it was the body shift technique. Stooping brat. No matter how you attack, I can resolve your attack at the first time. Your purpose is to destroy the celestial realm, right? I won't let you, the dog, have your way. You will only be tormented to death by us. The Celestial Emperors immediately launched their strongest combat skills against Everstone Chen. Everstone Chen was unable to defend against it. He was struck by a Celestial Emperor's combat skill and had his movements restricted. Everstone Chen was gathering strength to break free from this endless restraint. Snake Demonis unleashed a thunderous strike to kill this deity. All of us viewers are aware that the one causing havoc in the celestial realm is just a clone of Everstone Chen. But when those high and mighty celestial beings find out about this fact, what will their reaction be? Just now, Snake Demonis launched a deadly attack on Everstone Chen. Critical moment. Everstone Chen broke free from the constraints and easily dodged away. Then Everstone Chen countered with a backhand strike. He landed a heavy blow on the back of the Snake Demonis. With a loud rumble, the Snake Demonis smashed a big hole into the ground. At that moment, Everstone Chen suddenly felt a surge of murderous intent directed towards him. He quickly used the dog-beating stick to block this wave of spiritual energy attacks. At this moment, Grand Elder is like a war god. He is using his celestial skills desperately. Shuzi, our determination to protect the celestial family, which is guarded by millions, is something you cannot compare to. In terms of strength, the 5 emperors once joined forces to kill a pinnacle expert. You act against the celestial realm only out of the useless hatred in your heart. We can seek revenge for grievances, but what right do you have? Go die. The water column formed by the celestial power hits Everstone Chen. The celestial emperors look at the massive explosion happening beneath their feet. The Grand Elder snorted lightly. The battle is already decided, we have won. He then turned slowly and said, "Third brother, come with me later. We will completely destroy the lower realm and put an end to this mess in the 9 provinces." Elder 3 nodded and said, "Without the Everstone Chen, the 9 provinces can be destroyed in an instant." But wait, that kid surprisingly hasn't died yet. Only saw Everstone Chen slowly standing up from the dust. He carried the dog-beating stick on his shoulder and said lightly, "My enlightenment is not something for you to discuss." Grand Elder's forehead oozed a hint of cold sweat. Even though that blow just now couldn't kill Everstone Chen, it was enough to seriously injure him. However, he emerged unscathed. This Everstone Chen is truly terrifying. Shortly thereafter, several people started a new round of fighting. And not far away, Nigranjiang watched as Everstone Chen held out for so long under the combined assault of the 5 elders. She was a little puzzled for a moment. In theory, with Everstone Chen's strength, why would he seek his own death by causing chaos in the celestial realm? Jade Zin, you have dealt with Everstone Chen before. Can you tell me what kind of person he is, and what he's up to? Jade Zin sighed and said, "Everstone Chen, the master of family, is incredibly powerful and unfathomable. This time, he is truly touched to the core in the celestial realm." Ningranjiang is completely confused. What bottom line? He could have easily taken Silveray away. But as you said, he wants to retaliate 1,000-fold or 100-fold. The heritage of the celestial realm is far greater than that of the lower realm. He cannot shake the foundation of the celestial realm at all. What's more, he is about to be subdued by 5 elders. Jiang Jadezin whispered, "Master of the family, this is a clone of Everstone Chen. His original body is still in 9 provinces." Upon hearing this, Ningranjiang's hand trembled. Her pupils were full of shock. Everstone Chen's mere clone possesses the power of a celestial emperor. His goal from the beginning was not just Silveray, but the entire celestial realm. The magnificent celestial emperor is willing to perish with Everstone Chen in order to eliminate him. Unfortunately, that was just a clone. Just now, Everstone Chen is like a pillar supporting the heavens. He directly pierced the chest of a celestial emperor. At the same time, 150 million domain value also went into the pocket. Upon seeing this scene, the 4 elders were completely shocked. "My second brother, Everstone Chen, the emperor wants you to be buried with him." The fourth elder quickly embraced Everstone Chen. He was actually going to self-destruct and go to his demise with Everstone Chen. With a loud explosion sound, the sky darkened at once. Even the air became violent. The shockwave produced by the explosion ripped apart several continents. Several people looked at the mess beneath their feet. Grand Elder's heart raced as he said, "Thank goodness we dodged quickly, otherwise we would have been affected too, and it would have been difficult to keep ourselves safe." And the snake demoness surprisingly did not die. She saw a figure falling from the sky and quickly caught it. Surprisingly, it was fourth brother. I was hit by Everstone Chen's divine soul and nearly perished. Fourth brother detonated the celestial core and exchanged blows with Everstone Chen. The battle was so fierce. The people of the celestial realm are also praying fervently, begging for you, this despicable ant, to die for sure. And Everstone Chen had half of his body blown off. He finally couldn't bear it and fell down. Upon seeing this, the people of the celestial realm danced with joy. It is indeed worthy of Elder to have finally taken him down. And the longevity celestial sovereign was also so excited that tears almost fell down. The 5 elders joined forces to kill the intruders from the lower realm 9 provinces, achieving a complete victory in this battle. We must all remember this. At this moment, the Grand Elder landed slowly. Although Everstone Chen has the strength of a celestial emperor, he does not have much practical combat experience. Old 4 did very well this time. I can also use the reincarnation technique once. I will resurrect you. On the other side, Everstone Chen's body was surrounded by celestial beings. Let's dismember these insects, and then hang them in the most prominent place in the lower realm. Let's see who will dare to rebel in the future. Just as they were about to take action, Grand Elder suddenly sensed a trace of breath that made his heart palpitate. Just saw Everstone Chen's body suddenly emit a yellow talisman, followed by a golden light shooting out from the talisman. The power is strong. It keeps ordinary celestial beings at bay. The Grand Elder felt a sense of unease. Quickly destroy that talisman for me. However, it's too late. Everstone Chen, bathed in golden light, wearing a suit of armor, walked out from the thunder. Tremble freely, you ants. The celestial emperor's faces changed color when they saw the situation. This is impossible. We have already killed him. The third elder trembled as he spoke. Could it be that we killed his clone? And the longevity celestial sovereign, who was writing furiously, was also shocked and even dropped his pen. Everstone Chen is alive again. It's chaos. Everything is in chaos. My history books got it wrong too. The celestial realm and celestial being are both unbelievable. Not only did he survive, but he also became even stronger than before. Could it be that he has already reached the realm master stage? And Everstone Chen did not lay a hand on this group of already terrified people. He calmly waited for me to deal with that matter before coming to clean you up. Immediately he rushed towards the sky. Grand Elder realized and thought, "Not good, he is going to the celestial court. Quick, stop him." However, Everstone Chen has arrived at celestial court. He looked at the huge celestial tree in front of him. Everstone Chen murmured to himself, "I have been causing destruction everywhere, but still can't find the exact core point of the celestial realm. The celestial power emanating from these pillars is concealed, thanks to those old guys. The vibrations from numerous battles have made me realize that this tree before me is the lifeblood of the xianxia celestial realm." The celestial emperors behind also rushed over. Everstone Chen, stop! If the celestial techniques destroy the celestial realm, both the upper and lower realms will be doomed. Everstone Chen slowly turned around. Don't obstruct me. Then he struck, causing several celestial emperors to be seriously injured. The Grand Elder felt the terrifying power of the attack, his face instantly turning pale with despair. He had truly reached the realm master stage. It was all over now. And Everstone Chen transformed into the Hell Envoy, sternly declaring the celestial realm's view of the lower realm as insignificant as ants, wantonly tormenting and disregarding human lives. Those beyond the control of the lower realm shall be dealt with by me." As he struck down with a single palm, the celestial realm's cosmic laws shattered into countless pieces. Everstone Chen roared, "Without the lower realm, what use is this celestial realm to me? Do you dare to believe it? Everstone Chen Zephyr Cloud can actually be so handsome." Just now, Everstone Chen punched through something that supported the celestial realm. The celestial realm completely collapsed at this moment, and all the continents fell downwards. Those celestial beings, who are usually high and mighty, are also panicking now. "Help me! I don't want to fall back to the lower realm, that awful place." The longevity celestial sovereign is sitting paralyzed on top of a scroll. He muttered to himself in distress, "Impossible? This is impossible." A tear actually rolled down. He then took out a brush as if in a trance. He must record down such a big event right away. Unfortunately, he had not yet started writing when a big stone from the mainland hit the book scroll and fell straight down. Grand Elder was so furious that he was shaking all over. He pointed at Everstone Chen and cursed loudly. "In tens of thousands of years, no enemy has ever harmed the celestial realm in the slightest. But today, young man, do you know what a heinous crime you have committed?" Everstone Chen smiled faintly. "Am I guilty? When you cruelly torment the mortals and treat the lower realm as mere weeds, did you ever think that one day you would face this? Now you still have the nerve to accuse me, Everstone Chen, who instantly exudes unprecedented momentum." The three celestial emperors were suppressed by this overwhelming power. How is this possible? He actually had such profound celestial power. Grand Elder suddenly realized that his target has always been the World Tree. Just now, he was just pretending to be weak to lure us into revealing our location. Everstone Chen gathered the celestial power in the sky into a fireball. He looks extremely excited. It turns out that even the lofty celestial beings can be afraid. Feel this fear well. Your lives end here. Everstone Chen kicked suddenly. The fireball grazed past Snake Demoness, but the other celestial emperor wasn't so lucky, turned into ashes. Seeing this, Snake Demoness broke out in a cold sweat on her forehead. "Luckily, it didn't hit me." But the next second, he was kicked in half by Everstone Chen. Watching as the Snake Demoness floated in front of him with half of her body, Grand Elder was uncontrollably angry. "Everstone Chen, do you think you can get away unscathed after doing these things? Once I awaken the Master of the Realm, you will be finished." Grand Elder fled into the distance. And Everstone Chen killed 2 celestial emperors and gained 3 billion domain value. He slowly raised his right hand. A huge fireball instantly formed. Want to run? Too late. Everstone Chen threw the fireball out. Grand Elder was about to catch up, and Grand Elder also showed a look of despair. On the other side is Rainbow Garment Celestial Realm next to xianxia Celestial Realm. An old man wearing a straw hat looks at the sky filled with fireballs and murmurs to himself. The xianxia Celestial Realm has actually fallen. Could it be the doing of that kid? If other celestial realms notice the severity of the situation, they will definitely attack the lower realm through the Rainbow Garment Celestial Realm's formation. We must quicken the pace to seal the teleportation array. In that case, the power sealed for thousands of years is finally going to come in handy. That's right. This person is Zephyr Cloud. At this moment, he is like a war god. He raised his hand and shattered a golden tower. Watching him striding towards the interior, the guards dared not approach. Why? He is clearly just a mortal but possesses the power of the Master of the Realm. And at this moment, the xianxia Celestial Realm Grand Elder is about to be hit by a fireball. Suddenly someone intercepted the fireball. Just then, he gently flicked his hand. The fireball is heading towards Everstone Chen. Even more terrifyingly, the fireball's power has increased. Wherever it goes, there is only devastation. Seeing this, Everstone Chen furrowed his brow. And Grand Elder was overjoyed. Master of Realm, you have finally emerged from seclusion. The man with an imposing presence walked over slowly. I closed myself off for 3,000 years, leaving all the affairs in the celestial realm to you, yet you allowed the celestial realm to fall. You all really disappointed me. He lightly pressed down on the head of the Grand Elder. He exerted a little force, and flames spewed from his nose and mouth. Grand Elder did not even utter a scream before being burned to death by this unquenchable immortal fire. And in Master of Realm's other hand, he was holding the severed head of Everstone Chen's other clone. Everstone Chen saw this terrifying person and expected a fierce battle to follow. But with his main body still intact, I can use my clones to wear him down endlessly. However, the Master of Realm picked up that head. I know what you're thinking. You want to use your clones to delay me, right? Stop daydreaming. I am a god. Pick up your head now and kneel before me. On the other side, Zephyr Cloud has already arrived at the core area of the Rainbow Garment Celestial Realm Transmission Formation. The aura just now should be when that kid faced off with the Master of the Realm. We need to act quickly, but it's too quiet here. With that kid causing such a commotion, shouldn't there be any reaction from the other celestial realms? When Zephyr Cloud was in doubt, a dark shadow suddenly appeared behind him. Who? Zephyr Cloud instinctively launched an attack. However, the person did not fight back. However, when he got a clear look at the person's face, Zephyr Cloud was shocked. Is it possible that the Master of Realm from Rainbow Garment Celestial Realm had already been assassinated before? Who could have silently killed the Master of Realm? Zephyr Cloud turned over the body of the Master of Rainbow Garment Celestial Realm. Suddenly he found that his body had been emptied by someone. This method of death suddenly made Zephyr Cloud think of one person. He secretly thought it was not good. He immediately flew towards the Domain Realm. In the Blue Long Celestial Realm, the Master of the Realm has passed away. Sweat beads have started to emerge on Zephyr Cloud's forehead. They were all dug empty of their bodies and died. But if it wasn't him with that breath just now, then who would it be? At this moment, Everstone Chen is facing his first formidable opponent in his life. He not only remains calm, but also raises his middle finger. Do you want to be beaten to death by me as well? Celestial Realm Strongest versus Lower Realm Strongest. Who will come out on top in the end? Just now, Xianxia, Celestial Realm Master of Realm, is so arrogant that he made Everstone Chen kneel down before him. And Everstone Chen simply smiled faintly. I only kneel before the dead in this lifetime. Countless fierce attacks instantly struck towards the Master of Realm. However, the Master of Realm casually pointed out a Dharma wheel and easily blocked the attacks. Let's skip the probing and show your full capabilities. Seeing this, Everstone Chen frowned slightly. Although he is also at the Realm Master stage, his strength far exceeds this avatar. To win, he probably needs to rely on the Invincible Domain. After making up his mind, Everstone Chen immediately asked the system when Xianxia Celestial Realm could be adjusted to include the Invincible Domain of the lower realm. The system calculated based on the falling speed that there are still 10 minutes left. Everstone Chen nodded. Okay, I will play with him for 10 minutes, and when we get to the Invincible Domain, I will teach him how to be a person. With a loud boom, Everstone Chen instantly moved in front of him. The sandbag-sized fist hit Master of Realm's face. Watching Master of Realm flying horizontally, Everstone Chen did not give him a chance to react at all. He took the opportunity to counterattack. The two faced each other with fists clenched, both exerting all their strength. Master of Realm snorted lightly. There's a world of difference between you and me. Your resistance is all in vain, but I am quite satisfied with your body and celestial power. Everstone Chen scoffed. Is a little bit of power of celestial power all you have to show off with? I only heard rumbling noises. At this moment, the people of Lower Realm 9 provinces are all very frightened, because the sky has actually collapsed. Looking at countless firestones falling down, Bella Linger furrowed her brows and Luna White, her sister, now from the ascended mountain to the cloud prefecture outside of the state, have all been destroyed. The master's clone is in the celestial realm, and we don't know what's going on. Quickly take the master's main body into the space of Summer Ring to hide. Once these things fall down, the entire 9 provinces will face doomsday. The system reminds that the xianxia celestial realm is about to fall into the Invincible Domain. There is only 1 second left, and Everstone Chen is already sweating profusely. Ah! Such a long battle, and that guy is completely unscathed. Maybe it's more interesting this way. My combat experience is getting honed. And Master of Realm looks down on Everstone Chen, unable to see that your avatar is quite resilient. But having celestial power alone is not enough to contend with us. How can a lowly commoner defeat a god? Your only fate is a road to death. Do you believe it? The mighty xianxia celestial realm Master of Realm is actually just a clone. Just now, Master of Realm formed hand seals. In an instant, countless strands of sword chi crisscrossed. Everstone Chen crossed his arms in a cruciform stance, striving to resist wave after wave of sword chi. Finally, he couldn't hold on any longer. His body gradually fell down. Realm Master Xianxia reached out his palm. With a loud bang, he heavily slapped Everstone Chen's chest. Everstone Chen's mouth was bleeding, with a hint of a smile. Perhaps you are invincible in the sky, but now you are in my territory. Everstone Chen instantly exerted force. He completely rebounded the attack power of Master of Realm. At this time, the system voice sounded as well, informing the host that the split body has entered the domain range. I am also very angry. It doesn't matter if he is a god or a saint, I will smash him. Xianxia, the celestial realm Master of Realm, has not reacted yet. A hand pressed down on his forehead. Master of Realm's pupils were full of shock. How is this possible? Everstone Chen's gaze was cold and fierce. Who do you think you are? Go die for me. Master of Realm wanted to resist a bit, but Everstone Chen is invincible within the domain. A huge white light flashed by. The Master of Realm lost all divine form, with only the torso floating in the air. Everstone Chen breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, his avatar could harness the power of the domain just this once, otherwise, he really wouldn't be a match for him. However, just at this moment, the situation suddenly changed. A hand actually extended out from Master of Realm's mouth. Everstone Chen was also a bit confused. Could this guy possibly be resurrected? However, when he saw this person clearly, Everstone Chen was greatly surprised. Because this is a monster with a long head and special horns, but a human body and a snake tail. He looked at this person with hostile eyes. Everstone Chen is also on high alert, not daring to drop his guard in the slightest. However, that pitch-black thing unexpectedly drilled into his mouth on its own. Everstone Chen wanted to stop it but couldn't. Closing his senses was also ineffective. At this moment, Everstone Chen's body has been completely filled with black energy, and his body is also being corroded at this moment. There is only this glamorous woman left in the sky. Everstone Chen's main body suddenly opened his eyes. He slowly touched his chest and sat up. What's going on? I was actually taken down in an instant. Is that the true form of the Master of the Realm? No, she doesn't seem like someone from the celestial realm. But where does she actually come from? The glamorous woman looked at the 9 provinces full of scars, and she couldn't bring herself to take another step forward. Because at the moment when the celestial realm entered the 9 provinces, Everstone Chen's clone suddenly erupted with an inexplicable power, appearing to be some sort of cosmic laws. If she had not timely exited the body just now, I'm afraid the outcome would have been uncertain. However, the outcome is now set. Celestial Realm. The arrival of my heavenly demon race has also become a certainty. Today is the end. Enjoy your final moments. When my clan descends, you ants will have only one choice. Either submit or... Young man, we'll meet again. Everstone Chen looked at her with a calm expression. At this moment, The celestial realm has completely fallen into the 9 provinces. No more threats in sight. Everstone Chen has released the people from the ring of Mount Sumeru. Everstone Chen is contemplating the woman's origin. Bella Linger and Luna White rushed up. Bella Linger softly asked,
Sherfu, is this how you let Celestial Realm get away with causing us such misery?
Everstone Chen said, Don't pursue an enemy to the end. In reality, that woman took out my clone with just one blow. Her strength should not be underestimated. To deal with her, all you need to do is to use the earned domain value to expand. Since just now, I have a vague feeling that there is an even more powerful presence in the tower than that woman. Instead of forcefully attacking and alerting them, it's better to first figure out the whole story, then use the Invincible Domain to cover the tall tower and solve them all at once. When Everstone Chen is indulging in lust. With a loud bang, a beam of light descends from the sky. Everstone Chen looks serious. He thought another master of realm-level celestial being had come knocking at the door again. But when that person emerged from the dust, You've caused quite a lot of trouble this time, kid. Everstone Chen is overjoyed. Where have you been, old man? I've had a hard time looking for you. When the palms of the two people are about to strike each other, suddenly, both shout loudly at the same time. Zephyr Cloud proudly said,
You're welcome.
But then his expression changed.
I know you have many questions, but put them aside for now. This time, the enemy we are facing is formidable. They are even more terrifying than the celestial realm. If I am not mistaken, they come from the eternal ancient continent.
Several people were confused. Zephyr Cloud continued to say,
At the beginning of chaos, the eternal ancient continent emerged on that ancient land, giving birth to countless races. The heavenly demon race is one of them. In order to compete for resources, the various races fought each other for millions of years, but none emerged victorious.
And in the midst of this long conquest, a small group grew tired of war. They joined forces to break through the dimensional barrier and escape to the realm and domain where we are now. These people are the first-generation masters of the celestial realm. But as time passed, all the immortals forgot their original intention for coming to this place, and began to plunder resources from the lower realm. And I was once one of them, with a violent and bloodthirsty desire for conquest driving my existence. Until one time, during the conquest of the lower realm, my blood inadvertently dripped onto the divine artifact of a certain master of the lower realm.